It's Week 17 of the 2024 season, and all eyes are on Sam Darnold. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Vikings and the Packers on Sunday night.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Here's the former Florida Gator, Eddie Pinheiro, to get us started. And off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. Back to throw, Smith. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Throwing is Smith. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings offense making their way out behind their former number 3 overall pick, who spent his last year as a 49er. It's Sam Darnold.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously it was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, but I love was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground with White. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Here's 3rd and a few inches. Off of play action, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Fournette, a first down carry. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll fake it. Now Smith. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Packers.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Throwing now is Gino. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Gino now to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be fourth down. They snap it to Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. Fourth down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 5.
Opting to run again here with White. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You look at this Packers defense. They enter this one down to the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Going right side is White to about the 48-yard line. The Vikings had 10 and 5 to start play. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's White. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Darnold. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about the show put on by these two defenses in this first half? The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them giving an inch, and that's good coverage once again there to force another fourth down.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Packers offense and Geno Smith headed back out for this next possession. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already for just the first quarter of play. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. Up the gut, Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Now Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now Geno. Sets up the screen to Gordon. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Well, these two teams, they met in Lambeau earlier in the season with the Packers winning that ball game. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now it's Smith. That pass complete to Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. To throw is Smith. And he is caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials are going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Butker's kick here is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. So from the 37, here's 2nd and a yard.
At the 37-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's a toss right side with White. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Slot man moves right. To throw is Darnold. That's complete to Wicks. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
3rd and 3.
Here's Darnold. It's caught. This is White. Now this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Now it's 2nd and 6. In motion, Slayton. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Matt LaFleur, some confidence in his offense. His guys going here on 4th down. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. In motion, the tight end. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. A good pick up there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Smith. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play.
Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Butker's kick here is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw, Darnold. He gets that one complete to Wicks. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The offense back out. There's the veteran bruiser, the running back Leonard Fournette. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Smith. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
No chance to get away there from Smith as he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now to put this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Cockrell holds it in left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Darnold. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. To the air again, Darnold. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now it's Darnold. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. So here's a 3rd and 14. Here's Darnold. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. The final shot here before break. Smith finding more on the out route for the completion. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up in the Still City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, a touchdown run in the victory. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Spencer Rattler, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run with Herbert, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally, I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Throwing is Smith. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Gino. Oh, this will be incomplete. Rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, standing just about on his own goal line. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now Darnold. Got his man, Okonkwo. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
First down, here's White. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Off of play action, Darnold. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to White. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the Packers 37.
In motion goes the tight end. Now back to the ground game with White. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He'll complete this one to a Cockrell. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Now, this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll start with the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Now it's Smith. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. A handoff to Fournette. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. The corner Ronald Darby comes up to get him. They work now on 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Smith. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee you quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Derek Barnett. And they're going to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Give him 32 on the play.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time, Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
To throw is Darnold. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this third quarter. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Packers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now whistles here. Flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Geno down to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Holding. Offense.
They get the former number 6 overall pick, Quentin Nelson, out of Notre Dame that time. Now Geno. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the 1st down.
Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Infraction. Defense.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Second down, back to Fournette. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now Russell's here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Back to throw, Smith. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Khalil Mack. And they're going to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And that will keep this a 4-point game. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
Man open, here is Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. Had no command that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing again is Darnold. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defensive coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air. As we take you through some of the action from earlier, this secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 7. Here's a give to Fournette. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Now 2nd and 9. They'll send the tight end in motion. Smith now to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up to the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Smith dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The Vikings offense has Sam Darnold headed back out there. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. They start to drive with White. Stiff-armed him. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
Holding. Offense.
So that penalty will back him up half the distance to the goal line. They go with White on the counter. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Darnold. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this out past the 25. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now it's Darnold. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Again, Darnold. He gets that one complete to Wicks. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
He's got White here. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That is caught. Nifty move. That is going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. To the air again, Darnold. That's complete downfield to Okonkwo. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Faking the give, Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, Tom.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Hard throw, incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Throwing now is Gino. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Throwing is Smith. And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. Now Smith. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Here's Smith. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. Opting to run again here with White. Oh, what a move. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 85 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Herbert powering up the middle. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The chart goes in motion left. Darnold. That's complete to Wicks. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They run straight ahead here with White. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. They'll go up the middle with White. And he will have a Viking first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Defense. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
Nothing exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. What we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for Minnesota, they get an important win here to move to 11-5 on the year. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.